Okay, doubles hitting lanes for intermediate doubles. Well, what's a hitting lane? Good question. Let's talk about it. A hitting lane, as far as I'm concerned, is the gap between a player and his partner, or the gap between a player and the lines. So for what we're going to do here, you are again the red O, and we're going to focus on the shots we've talked about, which is primarily you keeping the ball over here to player X, and we're going to look into another reason why I'm claiming you want to keep that ball over here. So without further ado, you play your forehand over here or backhand, whatever it may be, to player X, and he's got some options. So player X plays that ball back down the middle of the court, which would be an okay shot as long as you can keep it away from your partner at the net, but it's not hitting lane. It doesn't really expose a gap between you and your partner, and it wouldn't end the point. That ball should come back. Could also take that ball cross court. This would be a better option because it's further away from your partner at the net, but also not a hitting lane because you're going to get this ball and it deals with the sideline. And I'm going to say that at this level of the game, the intermediate level, hitting lanes should not include sidelines because for you to hit a winner here along this axis, you see it's very narrow. It deals with the sideline, and narrow hitting lanes near sidelines equal lots of mistakes. Could also take that ball down the line. Same problem as over here. We got the sideline, narrow hitting lane. Could lob it, as we've talked about earlier, and if they lob, it's a good shot, but you're going to get that ball back, so it wouldn't meet the other criteria of the hitting lanes, which is it's going to end the point. Alright, so what's a hitting lane look like? Well, it's like this. Let's say you accidentally leak that ball over here to Team X's net player, and voila, that's a hitting lane. It's got a lot of space, it exposes the gap between you and your partner, and it will end the point. Alright, so that's good from a bird's eye standpoint. What's it look like to be player X? We've talked about these shots, playing it over to player X, and limiting their options. So let's go down on the court, or closer to the court, behind player X, and let's take a look. Let's say there's your partner, and we'll have you back on the baseline, and you've hit the ball over here to player X, and it leaves player X just a couple options. So one of those is that cross-court shot, and that's the hitting lane associated with it. But again, you can see it's pretty narrow. You've got it covered. It's not going to end the point, and it deals with the sideline. It's a risky shot. It's the makes the most sense, but it's not a hitting lane. You would not want to go for a winner over here. So that's keeping the ball in play. All right, go up here to taking that ball down the line. You can see again, narrow, deals with the sideline. If you hit the shot, it probably will be a winner, but the big key word in that phrase is if, and there's going to be a lot of not ifs if you keep trying that shot. You could lob, which would make the most sense for going down the line, but you're going to get that ball and send it back, so it's also not a hitting lane. So the hitting lane, again, is right there. If you leak that ball over here, boom, right into the heart of the court. Doesn't deal with any sidelines. It's going to be a winner. Let's take a quick look and see what would happen if you were not back but up. We'll look at those again. You've come up now. So cross court, well, you've got that one covered. Down the line, that doesn't really change anything because you got that one covered too. And this is something we'll get to a little bit later, but if there is a lob, I'm going to introduce it now. The reason you don't close in as tight as your partner is because it's your responsibility to get that lob. Which brings up the cliffhanger. How are you going to deal with this shot? And that'll be the subject of our next video. Hope you enjoyed the hitting lanes. Have a great day.